Let's start off with Seiya Suzuki, because I do want to give him some run on how good he has been for this team, so we can get right into it. And he has been on fire. Let me read these notes to you. 376 batting average, 17 extra base hits, 24 RBIs in 24 games in September. And we can date this all the way back to August 9th. Pause this for me real quick. He got a mental break. We're going to talk about this. He got a mental break. David Ross took him off the field when he wasn't swinging the bat good for about 2-3 days to kind of clear his mind, work on some things in the cage. Since he's come back, August 9th, nobody better. OPS leaders in the entire sport. Minimum 100 plate appearances. We talk about Mookie Betts, Bryce Harper, Matt Olson, and J-Rod every day. Sprinkle in Marcell Ozuna. Seiya Suzuki has been kind of the linchpin for this lineup and kind of kept them afloat offensively as guys have kind of gone peak valley. Let's get back into it. And last night was no different. They get out to a nice 5-0 lead. Bryce Elder on the mound, 91 heater up. Ronald tries to make a play. He ends up with a triple. And life is good. And then all of a sudden, he has an out-of-body experience right here. Because you see him, clear as day, calling off Cody Bellinger. He has this. That can't get lost in the lights. I don't know what happened in that moment. Maybe he blocked his eyes out with his glove, but it's not the first time it's happened to somebody, and it won't be the last time. BJ Surhoff always said to me, until you stand naked in front of 40,000 people and look like a fool, you're not a big leaguer, because it's going to happen to you. And it was eerily similar. I know everyone, this was running on social. 1998, Brant Brown, late in the season, drops a weak fly ball to left field. They ended up playing game 163, winning it and getting into the postseason. And even pause this, I've been in this moment. 2008, NLDS, game 2. We lose game 1 to Derek Lowe at home. We were predicted to go to the World Series and take on the Phillies in the NLCS. We were the best team in the National League from start to finish. And everyone started to grab their throats a little bit. And in a big spot right here, I'm playing second base, routine double play ball. I misplay it. I'm standing at second base going, come on, Z, get me out of this, get me out of this. Nope. We're going double in the gap, 3-run score, and the place comes out of the building. And now I want to dig a hole and climb into it. And I remember getting in the car after the game with my father, and I had gone deep in game 1. He goes sugar to you-know-what in 24 hours. How does it feel? I know, and it kind of is all encapsulating, right? Ride the highs and the lows of this game in front of the whole world to see. It is not easy. Mad respect for the players and Seiya Suzuki. Keep it moving.
Your dad was a G.
Yeah, he was tough. All right, Bryce Elder. If you're the Braves, you have been the best team in baseball from pillar to post, without question. But your starting rotation is nicked up. And if you're another National League team, let's say the Milwaukee Brewers, let's say the Phillies, Cubs, you have to feel like they're vulnerable. Let's get into Bryce Elder a little bit, because he went from potentially not touching the ball in the first series, division round, with Spencer Strider, Max Fried, and Charlie Morton. Pause this real quick for me. To now he's definitely getting the ball with Charlie Morton not in there. And he's been he got off to a great start, okay? 7-1 with a 2.45 over his first 17 starts. 5-3 with an ERA north of 5.7 in his last 14 starts. So, a little dent in the armor for this rotation. Bring up his pitch usages. He's interesting. He didn't even make the team out of spring training. They went Jared Schuster, they went Dylan Dodd, 2 young left-handers to take that 4-5 slot. Bryce came up and was really effective for this team and hasn't left the rotation. But what's interesting to me, in a game of high velocity, he's barely sitting 90 miles an hour with his sinker four-seam combo. Slider is at 82, changeup's at 85. Everything is mishmashed together, which could work to his advantage. Let's get into a few at-bats, or work against him in the postseason. You could get guys in swing mode, because they think they can handle anything. This was beautiful. Dansby coming back. One of the best shortstops to ever lace him up for the Atlanta Braves. He deserved everything right there. But this is a perfect example of why I feel like, pause this, he's got Dansby 0-2. This is a nasty slider down and away, put away pitch, elevated heater. He doesn't really have the elevated heater to run by you. So Dansby's not afraid of getting to 2 strikes, knowing he can put a ball in play. Run this. Slider away. He's staying out there with it. Little roller. I'm showing this. I know it's a 6-3 and Dansby's out, but there's a lot of soft contact. And in the postseason, you need more Christopher Morels in the box that Bryce Elder can expose, a guy who's going to really come outside the zone for the strike 3 on the slider. Because the more this lineup leans on you, the Yan Gomes of the world, the veterans, they put the ball in play. The more balls in play, the more runs scored. So if you're Brian Snitker in the Atlanta Braves, you have to be a little concerned about where you stand starting rotation-wise and bullpen-wise heading into the postseason, with Charlie Morton being out and not really knowing what Max Fried's giving you. Highest percentage of pitches thrown between 80 and 92 miles an hour this season. Bryce Elder, 98%. So it's kind of all the same, which could work, like I said, to his advantage, getting guys in swing mode. But when you don't punch a lot of tickets, you stress your defense, and we'll see what happens, who they take on in the postseason. And last but not least, every night, this dude does something to get me out of my seat. And last night was no different. I'm telling you, Robert, Peter in. He's late on that. Throw it again. He's late on that. Throw it again. Bayou. Throw it again. Don't you dare. See you later. It's almost like he was sitting in between. Like he was sitting on an off-speed pitch and was like, if he throws me one more heater, all I got to do is play pepper to the chop house with it. He's got the most beautiful right-handed swing in the sport right now. Pause this. All I want to talk about is in a game today where, at least for me, I used to try and my hands will always bail me out. I got to take my hands up here. I got to take my hands down here. Wherever the pitch is, I'm taking my hands and the bat head's replacing it. Not with Ronald Acuna. I'm taking my A swing, and it's point of contact based as to where the ball's going. We're hitting this ball to left, center, right. The swing's identical. Run this. It's just where I'm catching it, count leverage, what pitch I'm sitting on. I love the side angle even better. Get to the point of contact and just pause it, and I'll get out. Same swing, pause. Back it up, too. Look at him. This is going to left. His hips are completely cleared. Boom, I'm here. Look at him going to right. Not totally cleared yet. Bang. Just an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous swing. We got some boards on Ronald Acuna. Come on. Highest slug to center in Oppo. Shocker, he's 4th on this list. We got the last one. Notable players career comparison, first 668 games. Willie Mays, A-Rod, Bonds, Trout, Ronald. Read the drop note, Nays says. Look at this. Only player in Major League history with 150-plus homers and 150-plus stolen bases in his first 668 games.